Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer has been riding this electric bike for a few weeks now, racking up over 150 miles to get reacquainted with biking after a long break. Our reviewer uses it a couple of times a week for leisurely rides in parks and residential areas, not for commuting. This client chose this particular electric bike because it's been available for purchase on Amazon for a while and has a dedicated website for customer service and parts. It boasts some impressive components like Shimano gears, a robust motor, hydraulic disc brakes, and wide tires. The suspension fork and rear shock also seem well built. The frame is sturdy and can handle a decent amount of weight, but be warned, this bike is heavy, weighing close to 90 pounds with the battery. You might need to invest in a proper bike rack if you can't fit it inside your vehicle. Regarding performance, this electric bike easily pulls our reviewer, who weighs over 200 pounds, using just the throttle. They were able to ride over 30 miles in pedal assist mode with minimal battery drain, maintaining a speed of around 12-13 miles per hour. Even with a higher pedal assist level and more pedaling, they still achieved 30 miles with reasonable battery usage, averaging slightly higher speeds. The reviewer thinks the performance aligns with what's advertised. The bike can reach a sustained speed of over 30 mph, but the gearing becomes a limitation beyond that for this particular rider. The brakes are very effective. The ride is comfortable, with the large tires providing good grip and smoothing out uneven surfaces. The front fork is adjustable and the rear shock works well for this client's weight, though it might be stiff for lighter riders. The seat was surprisingly comfortable, but they upgraded it for longer rides. The fenders are a bit flimsy but prevent splashing. Assembly took about an hour with instructions provided. This reviewer recommends having help due to the bike's weight. The man.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer has been using this electric bike for just under a week and is seriously impressed. They describe it as a real piece of high-quality machinery, noting the well-made frame and solid welds. Apparently there's a ton of customization available, from adjusting the suspension and speed limits to tweaking the seat and handlebar equipment. However, our reviewer urges caution, especially for younger riders. This bike is seriously fast and quiet, making it better suited for experienced adults who understand traffic or are comfortable navigating rural roads, watching out for wildlife and potholes. Assembly-wise, this client found the process surprisingly straightforward. Unboxing took about 40 minutes and the actual assembly took around an hour, even for someone who admits to not being particularly mechanically inclined. The included user manual provides step-by-step instructions, and there are even helpful videos available online. They also shared tips on managing the bike's speed limit feature. By default, it starts up with a 20 mph cap. They recommend spending several days getting used to the bike at this speed before unlocking its full potential. Uncapping it involves holding the right arrow button, which initially confused them because it displayed 32 kilometers per hour before then showing 99, no speed cap. The best thing about this bike, according to the reviewer, is its regenerative braking system. Pedaling while going downhill or on flat surfaces recharges the battery quickly. They commute 7 miles through hilly terrain and arrive at work with a full battery. They also find the bike to be sleek, well-designed, and visually appealing. The only downside so far is that a small bracket for the tail light was missing. However, customer service was responsive and is sending the replacement part via expedited shipping. Ultimately, this client enthusiastically recommends this bike, especially for single individuals with shorter commutes who are L.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer is giving a mixed verdict, heavily influenced by the condition of the item received. Initially, the experience hinged on a gamble with 2 purchases listed as used like new or used good. The gamble didn't pay off with one which arrived in unacceptable condition, shattered reflectors, worn tires, and a battery unable to hold a charge. This required an immediate return. However, the other scooter provided a completely different experience. This client finds the functional one to be fantastic, particularly useful for leisurely camping trips. Our reviewer acknowledges its limitations, particularly when tackling inclines. It tends to slow to crawl on uphill climbs, potentially requiring the rider to walk alongside it, but the reviewer sees this as a minor issue. This scooter would be perfect for zipping around town, handling errands, or commuting to work. though the reviewer notes you would need a backpack for carrying anything. Another point to consider is the brake, which is described as somewhat weak. While functional, it's not confidence-inspiring for high-speed downhill runs. The reviewer warns against going too fast on declines due to the scooter's rapid acceleration. Despite these drawbacks, this client feels it's an awesome product for the price and is ultimately very happy with the working one, emphasizing the importance of receiving a unit in good condition.
And that's a wrap. If this video was helpful, like and subscribe. Got questions? Let's chat in the comments. See you soon.